Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with another episode of the Far Outside the Coaching Lab daily podcast or weekly podcast. It's me, Cody Hunter, and
TJ Quinn coming at you. Good morning, guys.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today and listening to what we've got to talk about, which is
30-day challenges.
Have you ever done a 30-day challenge before? Have you ever thought about doing a 30-day challenge? And what was your thoughts? And, did you get any results from it? What kind of style was it? So we're just going to give you our take on what we think about them, the good and the bad, and also some of our advice with regards to being, taking part of a 30-day challenge.
I apologize, guys. I'm also trying to share this on Far Outside the Box, so people find it on there as well.
Boom.
And we are live on both. So now I can actually speak. I can't do three things at once. I can't do one thing at once.
That's right.
So
you're doing very well to stand and drink and talk.
One time I chewed bubble gum and walked.
Man, you're doing very well. Very well. So, so 30-day challenges, as you may or may not know, we actually run our own 30-day challenge called the Evolve Challenge. And so we know quite a lot about this, the goods and the bads and how they work as a whole. So we're going to give you our thoughts on it all. And we're going to start off by TJ. Get the ball rolling, my man.
Let's right up front. Cody already said we run the 30-day Evolve Challenge. What we're talking about today is not necessarily related to that. We're actually trying to promote the Evolve Challenge in this. What we want to talk about is the good, the bad, and the ugly with 30-day challenges. We've seen a lot of a negative press that they've gotten lately because, and rightfully so, many people regress. And what we want to tackle today is how to do a 30-day challenge and not regress. And that's what, now we've had luck with that with the Evolve Challenge.
Absolutely.
Coincidentally, Cody and I and Coach Badger are doing our own kind of 30-day challenge right now.
Yeah.
Just because, it's the middle of summer and it's the time of year that, we want to be shirts off and looking good and everything else. So that's what we're doing. But it sets habits, it sets plans, and that's what we want to talk about today.
That's right. I mean, it's getting momentum going, right? So we've gone through a bit of for me especially, I went through an injury and everything sort of went down low. So we love this kind of thing for a big old ramp up. Get your intensity back up, get your focus back on, get some accountability with the right people. So then you're focused and you're doing really well and committed to what you need to do. So that's been a really big help for that.
It's also about having fun and getting that community involved, like Coach Cody said, doing it with the right people. If you're going to do a 30-day challenge, you want a tight-knit group. This is, for lack of a better word, people that are not easily offended. You can trash talk a little bit. You can have some fun with. Ours is disgusting, but you can have a lot of fun with it, and you can do that in a positive way that pushes everybody. That's something that we always want to strive for, is that community, because that's where you find the gains. We see that with Be More Human Project every weekend. Okay,
so I'm going to come from a hater's point of view, or someone that sort of doesn't really, see the positive effects, I suppose, of doing a challenge. And so they might come through and say, setting up habits or, these things are a lifetime sort of thing. Like 30 days, what's that all about? That's shit. That's too short.
Exactly. And like you had said earlier, this is the spark. How are you going to set up those lifetime habits if you don't start somewhere? And what better way to start than within a community with good coaching and good people that you're training with, right?
That's right, for sure.
So when you leave that after 30 days, you've already developed a camaraderie with the others that you've done this with. You've gone through something, just like basic training in the Army or anything else. You remember all those people for the rest of your life. And at the same time, you've developed these sustained habits that you're going to keep taking on.
Okay, another one for you from a hater's point of view. But I did 30 days and then I rebounded like a madman and I ate everything in sight and I never worked out and I put on more weight and I did all this crazy stuff. What's that all about? Okay,
so there's two things here. I like that. I really like that. First off, I think you need to be very choosy in the kind of 30-day program that you do. You and I were just discussing the body transformation 30-day challenges, which are incredibly, for lack of a better word, restrictive, and they're geared towards not you getting better at skills or you not getting better physically at physical endeavors, but rather a body dysmorphia.
That's right.
Kind of thing.
It's not even really establishing good habits either, you know what I mean? It's just basically one objective, lose weight or transform. But ultimately, it's always sort of a weight loss direction. Right?
Absolutely. In which, what that is, if you look at a 30-day transformation challenge like that, those are, by and large, yo-yo dieting as defined. I mean, that's all they are. That is a yo-yo diet. We got darker, man.
Oh, it's
Holy
dark
crap.
in here.
Hey guys, we apologize. It's a little dark out. Oh, it got lighter when you came up. You are my sunshine.
So on this, I've had a lot of experience. So back in my first studio, I used to run a 90-day transformation challenge. That's exactly what it was. And there was a reason why I actually stopped running those, because the results we would have were actually phenomenal. And some of you watching will know because you took part in this. Okay, and out of those people that are watching this right now that took part in that challenge and that got ridiculous results, raise your hand if you've maintained that end result. Raise your hand, comment, tell me, get involved. Because what we saw with that was it's such an intense period of time where we focused on cutting weight and training and all these like really superficial focuses that everyone bounced back.
Yeah,
everyone sort of rebounded off that and put on more weight again. Maybe even took a break from the gym for a while or stopped working out.
They're smoked. They're exhausted.
It was really, really tough. So I decided to stop running those programs for that reason. And that's why the design went more towards building better habits over a shorter period of time where there wasn't this extreme weight loss that people got addicted to and then couldn't maintain. It was just really small, real steps.
What happens when you lose the weight and there's nothing left to do?
That's right.
You know, when you focus on weight or your body dysmorphia or what have you alone in this yo-yo dieting that people do in 30-day challenges, all that happens is when you lose the weight, you don't have shit else to do.
That's right.
So what we want you to focus on is we want you to focus on physical endeavors. Like right now we've got the pull-ups thing going on. Any sort of physical endeavor that is going to get you to wow, like that sense of accomplishment. And when you get it, when you get your physical endeavor, when you accomplish it, what's the next objective?
That's right.
What's the next thing you're going to do? You always have a way to move forward.
Yeah.
That's not the same when you're talking about just weight loss.
That's right. There's always something you have to work towards, right? You're never finished. Ever. That is life. You're never going to get to the top of your goal or the top of your mountain and go, yeah, now I can give up. It never happens. There's always another, reevaluate, audit, dream it up, and then do it again, do it again, do it again. So you've got to make sure that, whatever it is, if you do achieve that goal, maybe you do have a weight loss goal, make sure you're ready to start designing something new straight away, if not during that weight loss period, because you're going to get lost, and that's where you get you lose your motivation and just go boosh, crash.
I personally do not know anybody who has been happy with a weight loss challenge or has been successful to the point where they've kept it off.
Yeah.
Now, I do know people who have done physical challenges that have lost weight and kept it off just as a byproduct of their new goals.
Well, it's new habits, right? You've established these daily new habits,
exactly.
And that keeps you going and keeps you maintaining or doing better, right? Which is really tough.
One person that is a great example of this, and man, she's going to be so cocky when I say her name because she's already cocky.
Uh-oh.
Jessica Dorr.
Okay.
Jessica Dorr, she loves to run, but when she gets one running mission accomplished, she also likes to do CrossFit.
Building back up.
But once she gets that accomplishment done, she's like, oh great, I finished a marathon. Now I'm gonna go run a marathon on the Great Effing Wall of China.
Yeah, that's right. Always
what
another
the
level.
Hell? That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, those are amazing things to do, and that's something that we should always focus on.
That's
is
right.
the next objective. I don't think she's ever focused on her weight. As a matter of fact, I think she eats more pizza than us.
It's donuts, I heard.
It is donuts.
It's donuts.
Yes,
maybe
donuts.
it's donut pizza. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's not
Sounds delicious.
It's not
Jess,
time to be talking about this. I'm really hungry.
So guys, damn it. So remember, I suppose we've got the Be More Human project coming up pretty soon, so we need to get out.
Get out here, wake up.
So just think about this, guys. If you're at a bit of a lull in your life right now, or even with your fitness or whatever it is, seek out a tribe or a community or a group that's doing something along those lines. Because as Coach TJ said, that's your igniter. That's what gets you fired up and gets you started. And then the more you you move into it, the more you start cutting out those friends, the good time friends that only call you when it's drinking and pizza time. They're not real friends most of the time, guys. Just take a look at that. So you start weaning out those relationships that are going to have a negative side effect to your body, and you start focusing on building a community of awesome people that have the same goals in mind, the same lifestyle in mind. So you start doing walking meetings as opposed to coffees and cakes meetings. All these awesome things get into it. So have a think about seeking those out.
You are the product of the top 5 people you hang around. So if you hang around people that are in the bars drinking all the time, then you are the product of that. If you hang out with people that are in the gym, that are striving to be better in whatever they do in life, it doesn't have to necessarily be physical, whatever they're doing in life, then you are the product of that. Keep that in mind with these communities and these 30-day challenges.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, we're going to keep this short and sharp. Any more points, TJ, before we finish this up?
I'm going to finish my coffee, boys. It's been a great time. Thanks for cheering in with us, tuning in with us.
Tuning in with us, being here with us. And again, please comment below, and I like the comments coming up now. We'll get to them if there's any questions.
Jerome, what up, dude?
But but we will make sure that if you've ever experienced them or whatever, give us a little bit of your experience. If any habits that you instilled through something like this, which ones are you still doing to this day? It'd be really nice to know.
Real quick, along these lines of community, I met Jerome in California. He was living in Hong Kong at the time. We were living in Seoul, and we hiked Yosemite together. We did a half dome together. So that's the community type of stuff. And now he's just crushing it. I think you're in Singapore right now, homie. Killing it in CrossFit.
Beautiful.
Doing great. So guys, have a fantastic Saturday.
And we'll see you later. Take
Coach
care.
TJ out.
Peace.